spring.
Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, weather's kind of a funny thing. You can't really discuss it just based on country. Yeah, a lot of it goes to like different regions. So we're in Ohio, like northeast Ohio. It's February 20 something.
22nd.
22nd. Oh, a day before Defenders Day. But yeah, and it's basically looking like spring weather. I think last year around this time we had a blizzard or something.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, it's crazy weather. It's northeast Ohio for you.
When it comes to weather, people very often ask me, because I'm a Russian, they ask me questions about the weather there, and they would usually ask me if it is cold in Russia. Personally, I find this question kind of weird because Russia is the biggest country in the world, and when you ask what the weather is in Russia, what do you mean? Where in Russia?
Yeah, like the size of Russia isn't something that you fully appreciate until you're like traveling there, and it takes like a day to go from like one city to the nearest city, or what is it? It's like a 6-hour flight from Novosibirsk to Moscow.
For a little bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you really don't appreciate it until you're there and you try to go to a different place in Russia. It's enormous.
The weather here, though, is a completely different thing. Seriously, I thought that I'm a Siberian person. I'm familiar with random weather. I don't know, severe cold changes within a day. I wasn't ready for that.
I tried to warn you too. Yeah, the weather in Siberia, like from my perspective, was actually like fairly stable. You still have, I guess, 4 seasons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously, winter being like the most significant.
9 months.
Yeah,
or more.
Winter and summer. Like my first day in Siberia, I was actually kind of disappointed. It was
It's
over.
not really cold.
Well, it was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was just like dying to get something cold to drink, which is also a challenge in Russia and a topic for another day.
The question is, why are you guys so obsessed with ice? Even in the winter. Like in winter, you need to have ice in the pop.
It's better.
It's weird for me because we like to drink hot drinks, but again, it's something that we can discuss later, another time. But yeah, what's up with the weather here? Why is it so unpredictable?
I have no idea, but it is comparatively.
Can you give an example of a typical weather change here?
Okay, a typical weather change. So
within, let's say, the limit will be within a week.
Okay, so actually the weather's been fairly stable
this year.
This year. At least for the winter. It started off, usually the beginning of the week would be kind of rainy, maybe like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and then slowly changing over to just below freezing and getting enough snow to have snow on the ground towards the end of the week. We're actually at the end of the week now, and you can see there's like no snow. There are like some piles, but it's warming up a little bit. But it's basically been going in that pattern, which has been more stable than previous years.
Last year, I remember that I might be a bit incorrect on dates, but let's say the 12th of December, I'm on the bike wearing a hoodie. The weather is nice, not really sunny, but not really gloomy and not rainy. About 60 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 55, let's say. The next day it's snowing, and the snow covers everything, and it's freezing. A couple of days later, about the same that when I was biking, and it's absolutely normal. The next day it's raining, then again blizzard, fine. absolutely normal. And the weather can change within a day too, which actually is the most embarrassing thing, because you put on something warm and you go outside and then you're dying because it's really hot.
Yeah, there are a bunch of memes about weather in Cleveland.
What I like about the sun here is that it's always warm, even if it is really cold. It can be negative something in Celsius. Let's say a little bit about below freezing. But the sun is shining, so the snow is melting. And it's warming you up if you are outside, but it's still kind of strange for me that if the weather is freezing, everything should freeze, but not many things freeze because the sun is melting up everything.
Yeah, she kept wanting to go ice skating, like outside on one of the ponds.
Not happening this year.
No, like you have to have like just the perfect weather, which rarely happens for like ice, like freezing solid here. Because again, we've got like the cold and then warm and then cold and warm. So there have been like a couple years when we've had ice thick enough that you could actually stand on it without falling through. But it's rare.
Clothes. Just a really quick question. Why do people wear shorts all the time? No matter what season this is. If it's summer, winter, freezing cold, rainy, hot, shorts. Shorts and a hoodie, shorts and tank top, shorts and fur coat, shorts,
Yeah,
and tennis shoes.
Well, tennis shoes is just practical.
I agree.
But the shorts, I think it's like a Northeast Ohio thing, or maybe Midwest in general. If any of you are from the Midwest, feel free to jump in. And,
Comment below if you wear shorts in winter.
Yeah, but back me up, make me feel like we're not the only crazy ones here. But yeah, like I think it really is like a Northeast Ohio thing. Maybe because the weather changes so often, and you might as well have shorts and a hoodie on. That way, half of you is covered for whatever weather happens to come your way.
As a person from Siberia, I can say that it's a bit weird to see that people don't like to dress up, even though I gradually become like a local person, I guess, when I wear tennis shoes no matter what the weather is outside, just because it's really practical and it's easy to walk in them. And I don't walk really long distances to get really cold, so... And if you walk fast, actually, if you wear warm socks, it's fine. Anyway, but it seems to me that people from Siberia, we overdress. We are used to really cold weather, I guess, and everybody says that, oh, if you don't put a hat on when the weather is freezing or whatever, you will catch a cold and you will get sick and have pneumonia and you will die in pain. It's not necessarily true, but we do tend to overdress, especially in comparison to you guys, and even compared to people from Moscow. Do you notice any difference when we lived in Moscow?
Yeah. So like I lived in Novosibirsk for about a year and a half, and in the springtime, when the weather started warming up, probably about 40s or 50s, and I like dropped the heavy winter coat and the boots and gloves and hat, and switched to like a baseball hat and like blue jeans, t-shirt, and I just like went for a walk, and people were staring at me like I was crazy. And I was thinking, this is like beautiful weather. I'm staring at them like they're crazy, in a polite way, because they're wearing like full coats, like full heavy fur winter coats, and hat, gloves, scarf, everything. And it's kind of like a day like today. And people look a little more bundled up than I would have expected. I don't think I've ever turned turn that many heads there, except like when I was walking down the road with an American football. In Moscow, though, like it wasn't, it didn't seem like that strange. The weather warms up a little bit. People are dressing, more or less similar, as far as like number of layers, as they are, in Northeast Ohio.
All right, let's probably stop here. Just want to wish you a very good day, no matter what weather is right now and where you are. If you like similar videos and you want us to make more, then comment down below what topics are interesting to you. And have a good day. See you. Bye.
Take care.